It is one of the most unique sporting events in all of sports, not just college basketball. It ranks up there with some of the great sports rivalries in the world.
This is a rivalry where a lot of the guys are friends, but once they step their foot across that line, there's blood going to be drawn.
Just look at the proximity, the fan bases, the success that they've had. You mix all of that together, and I think it makes an incredible, atomic almost rivalry between the two schools.
If you want to see good basketball, make sure you always chime in to Duke versus North Carolina.
In American college basketball, one fixture stokes the passions like no other. The rivalry between North Carolina and Duke is almost 100 years old. Senior Athletic Director at North Carolina, Steve KIRSCHNER, has witnessed over 50 games between the schools.
You want to win these games. That's what we play for. You know, we keep score. You know, we have a record at the end of the year, and no matter what that record is, if you've had a great season, but you lost the Duke games, well, then you didn't have as great a season as you really wanted to. Conversely, if you're struggling and you can beat Duke, or, you know, that makes your season.
Duke is a private university based in the town of Durham, North Carolina. Just over 9 miles away along Route 15501 is Chapel Hill, home to the publicly funded University of North Carolina. The first clash between the two took place on the 24th of January 1920, with the UNC Tar Heels winning by 36 points to 25. Both institutions have since established themselves as powerhouses of US college basketball. Only UCLA and Kentucky can better North Carolina's record of 5 NCAA national championship titles, while Duke have won 4. Sports anchor for North Carolina's WRAL TV station, Jeff Bradley, has been reporting on the fixture since the mid-1990s.
This is a rivalry that has been made on respect. Both coaches respect each other, the players respect each other. I don't know that the fans respect each other that much, so that adds to it as well, but this is one of those well-respected rivalries when you're talking about the combatants that will be in it, the coaches and the players.
Between them, UNC and Duke have produced some of the finest players to grace a basketball court. North Carolina alone have provided 45 first-round NBA draft picks, with notable former Tar Heels including Vince Carter, James Worthy, and the greatest of them all, Michael Jordan. Jordan and Worthy were key members of UNC's 1982 national championship winning side, the first of 2 NCAA titles won by legendary coach Dean Smith, after whom the college's basketball arena is named.
Kids know that if they come to North Carolina, they're going to get a great degree, they're going to have a great time in school, and they're going to have a chance to play for either conference and or national championships. And they're going to live up to those great players and those great teams from the past. At least they'll have a chance to. And that's what attracts guys here, and it's a big challenge, and for most part, our teams have been able to accept that and embrace that and be successful.
Duke stars may not have made quite as big an impact on the NBA as those from North Carolina, but players like Grant Hill and Shane Battier have upheld the Blue Devils' proud traditions. Former Chicago Bulls point guard Jay Williams starred alongside Battier as Duke won their 3rd NCAA title in 2001. Now a college basketball analyst for TV, his time at the university saw a great period of dominance for Duke in the rivalry.
The atmosphere here, I would be remiss to say it wasn't special, especially here at the Dean Dome. When you come here and there's 20,000+ people here, all dressed in that powder blue, and they're all cheering for you to lose, there is no better feeling in the world than coming on this court and winning and seeing everybody quiet or just absolutely devastated. That was the best feeling you can have as a player. It lets you know that you were successful that night.
North Carolina made a poor start to this season with 4 defeats from their first 5 games. That run left them languishing far behind Duke, as well as Virginia and Syracuse at the top of the Atlantic Coast Conference. But then coach Roy Williams' side began a dramatic revival. Prior to facing Duke, they'd won 7 in a row, inspired by 6'9" forward James Michael McAdoo and 20-year-old guard Marcus Page, the team's talisman. With both Duke and North Carolina in great form going into this clash, a tight game was expected. Adverse weather had delayed the game by a week, and anticipation was even greater than normal.
Duke being known as a national powerhouse, North Carolina being known as a national powerhouse, only leaves room for it to collide right there in the middle for a battle. This is a fight down to the end. It doesn't matter what the team's record is. A team could be at the bottom of the ACC as opposed to the top of the ACC. This is a game where you have to throw all the records out the window, and truly the best team will win because both teams will fight for it that much.
Spurred on by their fanatical home support, the Tar Heels began with great intent and a flurry of early baskets. However, the frantic pace soon took its toll on the home side and Duke gained control, building up an 11-point lead midway through the second half. North Carolina were contemplating a humbling defeat to their biggest rivals before Marcus Page once again took over and turned the game on its head. 13 second-half points from their inspirational captain helped secure a dramatic 74-66 win for North Carolina.
You know, for us to face an 11-point deficit and still find a way to win, that says a lot about how much we've grown as a team. It's not just us beating some of the lower tier teams. We've been able to challenge the guys at the top. So we've definitely gotten better. It's so intense. It's unbelievable. Just the passion, emotion, and fire in the game from both sides. You know, you can tell just the way the crowd was into it, the way the players were leaving everything out on the floor. People were diving everywhere. It's a special rivalry, and I'm just, happy to be a part of it.
Since vanquishing their great foes, Roy Williams' Tar Heels stretched their winning streak to 12 and ended the regular season ranked 15th in the nation. Confidence is growing that North Carolina can mount a serious challenge in the forthcoming NCAA tournament. March Madness, as the Knockout National Championship is known, gets underway on March the 18th.
I think we always think we can beat teams. We just got to go in there and actually do it. We just got to go in there with the sense of urgency, that fire in the gut that coach was talking about, and just really play hard the whole game.
Regardless of how far they go into March, the Tar Heels enjoyed the bragging rights in this particular edition of a great sporting rivalry.